some people.
Barack Obama has announced that he will allow multinational corporations to bring in as many unvetted Syrian refugees as they want. Jobs that would otherwise be filled by Americans will now be given to low-wage, uneducated, unvetted refugees just as fast as UPS and other companies can get them loaded onto a charter flight and dropped off in your local city. This is Charles Benninghoff, and I want to alert you to a call to action on refugees that was just issued by Obama's White House. Obama has announced a, and I quote, partnership with 15 corporations to bring in limitless unvetted refugees. That's the word used by the Daily Caller, limitless. I didn't make it up. It's there, right on the Daily Caller, a highly respected news site on the web. The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security have said repeatedly that Syrian refugees, many of whom are not Syrian at all, but in fact are from Afghanistan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and other hotbeds of international terrorism, none of these folks can be vetted for ties to ISIS because there's no government record of any of them. Why? Why is there no government record? Well, in large parts because ISIS has destroyed so many records and databases on purpose that no verification can be made of anybody. The White House says there are 15 corporations that have joined this new effort initially, and other companies, maybe even the one you work for, are invited to join in. Can you imagine that? 15, 20, 40, 50, 100 United States corporations bringing in unvetted Syrian refugees, or so-called Syrian refugees, and all of them are going to replace you and your friends. It's like a party. Come one, come all. Free worker slaves who can't speak English and don't know their rights. Whoopee! It's a field day for the one percenters who can now get away from paying American wages to Americans because they're paying slave wages to unvetted refugees imported by corporations. The involvement of government with corporations is defined as fascism. And that's what this government is doing. It's indulging in fascism. And this has got to be stopped. Obama's going to go ahead and circumvent Congress and let companies bring in these limitless numbers unless you, an American citizen, do something about this. The refugee settlement program is completely broken down by years of brutal attacks by Obama, and now even more American jobs and lives are at stake. The only solution, in my humble opinion, is to shut it down completely until order can be restored. We're supporting a bill called the Resettlement Accountability and National Security Act, designated as H.R. 3314 in the House. That bill was sponsored by Congress Brian Babin, a Republican from Texas. Since we began pressuring Congress to pass this bill, we've been able to gain an additional 72 co-sponsors. Here, this is what Congressman Babin has to say about the importance of this bill.
My bill, actually 3314, is the only bill that would absolutely stop and suspend this program until Congress gives an up or down vote on it, and we're satisfied that we can properly vet these people. But until that time, the FBI director, the Secretary of Homeland Security said they can't possibly do these types of vetting sufficiently to screen out these terrorists.
This bill shuts down the flood of unvetted refugees completely. The program can be restarted by an act of Congress after the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI establish a system by which all refugees can be vetted, and it can be done. I said it before, and I'll say it again now. We are not opposed to refugees being allowed in the United States, but they have to be vetted. We have to know who our neighbors are, and we have to know they have no ties to ISIS or terrorism. We've had too many terrorist attacks on U.S. soil, and they could have been prevented if we vetted the refugees coming in and blocked the ones that meant to do us harm. That's what H.R. 3314 will do, and we have to demand its passage right now. Obama will bring in limitless, unvetted Syrian refugees, and Lord knows how many terrorists with them, with the help of the Democrat Party's corporate donors, if we don't stop this program right now. We can stop it if we all speak out. Here's how you can help. Mouse over your PC screen or tap on your Android device. Then a link that will appear in the upper right corner just needs to be clicked. That will take you to our action page, where you can send highly personalized letters directly to Congress right now. Our system will deliver your letters to members of Congress immediately. You can edit those letters to say whatever you want. We don't edit what you say. Whatever you type in that box is going to go directly to the members of Congress. Join with thousands of like-minded patriotic Americans demanding action from Congress, starting with the House Judiciary Committee. Do it now, please. This is Charles Benninghoff, signing off and wishing you freedom, fulfillment, and God's many, many blessings.
From our action page on our website, use the form to the right of the video screen to select a program. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, click the icon appearing now to go to our action page. Speak out today.
Satan can't make me doubt it. It's real and I'm gonna shout it. I was there when it happened, and I guess I ought to know.